What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at oil and the DXY before taking a look at Bitcoin. It's kind of giving us a clue of where the next big move's coming. I don't mean none of this little chop we've been seeing. I mean the next big move. It could come sooner than later, but possibly take a couple weeks. Either way, we're going to take a look at where I think Bitcoin's going in the not so distant future. So definitely stick around for the whole video. Make sure you guys join the Discord below. Tonight around 8 o'clock, I'm going to be giving away those promo codes that'll add 20% to your deposit. We'll be discussing it in the Discord. So you can also give me a follow on Twitter. That link is down below, also in the description. So let's take a look at what's going on. So the DXY, as you guys know, I'm very bullish on the DXY in this area, of course, unless we break these lows, break the lows and hold them. But I just don't see it happening here. This does look like a double bottom reversal. We got rejected right at where we talked about right here about the 30 or the 0.382 fib around 1046. We've been talking about that for weeks and weeks. All that is the fib off of this whole move, right? Once we get above this, break above and hold support, which I think could be around the same time that oil takes a massive drop in its market. So we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at the areas, but watch for a break of this for the DXY. That'll give us our clue that we're probably going to start the dump for Bitcoin. Right here, this chart is extremely old. We made this chart way back here in the middle, actually about a year ago. We talked about breaking this trend line right here in the center of the channel and then coming back up for a retest at 94.49, which we got, and then coming down to, you can go back and check my videos, 62.70. That's where we got this big bounce. And I said to watch this trend line. Once this breaks, that'll probably be when the markets really tank. Now, I know a lot of people think that Bitcoin is in its bull market, but remember, guys, the whole time since Bitcoin's existence, traditional markets had been in a bull market. I do believe they are in a bear market. That will be the first time that Bitcoin sees a bear market. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. None of this is financial advice, but I do see major downside for all markets. I've been talking about this for about 2 years, the biggest money grab in history, right? What's AI right now? AI is just like the .com. It's just like put .com behind anything and it'll rocket, right? Those are bubble signs. Bitcoin has been in a huge bubble, I do believe, and it's still popping. I've talked about the longer term in many, many videos. You can go back and check them out. Since December 2nd, 2021, I've been talking about the bottom being possibly sometime in September or October this year for the true bottom. I talked about a false rally, false bottom being, I thought it was going to be more in March area. We did get that in November, but we did cross our weekly trend line. So this is what I'm looking for oil. It could bounce around in here for a couple weeks before breaking this trend line, guys. But once we break this trend line, we may come up for a retest. Either way, once we break this trend line, that's probably the start of a cascade effect for all markets, as I believe they're all in a huge bubble. And that could bring us down as low as this 26.95, maybe even lower. Remember when it went in the negatives over here in 2020. So just be careful, be cautious. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and we may see it sooner than later. All right, looking at the most bullish case I can see right now is up to this 31.5. We made this target way back here at the break of this trend line, right? That was just a measured move of this dotted yellow trend line, bring it up to where it broke out. Looking at this as a falling wedge, that got us to 31.5. We did not quite hit it, so there is always that possibility we get up and do hit that, but I would not count on it. Just something to be aware of. Also, we're looking for a possible retest of this 200 EMA right here, around 25,000. Probably get a bounce because not only is it an even psychological number, but it is the 200 EMA, so we may get a nice bounce there, only to continue down to break through. Once we break through that, looking for about 23, and then back to retest this bottom trend line, 20 to 21,000 area. Probably getting another big spike from there. But once this trend line breaks, I think we have much, much lower to go for Bitcoin, much lower. I think in the best case, we get the 95, 9600 range, and that just goes back to these levels right here. But we could go as possibly as low as that 3500. It is still a possibility. You could look at it in the RSI. We have plenty of room to come down. Look how high we were in the RSI right here, right? For example, we were right here. We were lower than we were here. And how long did that take? Let's just look. People say it can't drop that fast, right? Well, let's take a look at how long it takes for Bitcoin to drop when it gets to these levels. So get the date range. Let's go from where we went to 48 all the way down to, it was 81 days, from 48,000 all the way down to 17. That was a huge, massive drop, right? Let's take a look at, so if we did top out right here, let's say we went to 81 days, right? Where would that be? That'd be in July from this top over here, right? So we could drop so far, guys. People just don't get it. I know, I get it. Bitcoin is going to change the world. It's the future of money. Well, not yet. And it really hasn't done anything but has been a good asset to trade, to make money off of in the markets. I mean, look at all the people that have been dollar cost averaging ever since 69,000. They're not doing real well. So just be careful, guys. I have been stressing this and warning you guys of this. It's not doomsday. It's the opportunity of a lifetime towards the end of this year. I do believe it's going to happen. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm telling you guys what I'm doing, what I'm waiting for. And that's it. I'm waiting for lower lows. I do think we will break 10,000 this year. I could be wrong. If we start getting down here and start making a reversal pattern, then maybe I'll change my mind. But until then, my opinion's been the same since 2021. And that being the end of the Bitcoin bear market in September, October of this year. Could it go short? Could it be shorter? Absolutely. Could it be a little bit longer? Absolutely. But I don't think we bottomed yet. As you can see this right here, these trend lines I put in here, once these broke, you can see the big drops. You know, this was from 50,500 all the way down to 28. So almost what, $18,000, right? And that happened in a couple weeks. Right here, we dropped from that. Once we broke the trend line at 52,000, came all the way down to 33,000. That was $20,000 in a matter of weeks, right? Same thing each time we break one of these. Well, we've broken it in the RSI right here. We have not broken it here yet. I've drawn this trend line in just to show you something, or this line in, show you what it possibly could look like. Come get a bounce around that 24.3, which is a high volume area, right? Get a little bounce off there before coming down. But once this trend line is broken, I think it might happen pretty quickly. That would confirm to me that this was the top at this 31.2, 31.1, wherever it hit right there. If you guys are interested in trading, don't forget, check out Prime XBT. They are my sponsor for this channel. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. What it does is add $7,000 on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. The promos I'm giving away tonight in Discord will be 20% on top of whatever you deposit up to $10,000. And you could also use SAVVY25 along with that, the other promo code. It'll get you 25% off your trading fees. Awesome exchange, guys. You could trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, crypto, pre-markets, post-markets, all from one exchange. You can have multiple trades in, longs and short at the same time. It doesn't clump them all together, so you can hedge your trades, manage, whatever. Just a great setup. You can come up here for free, join the contest section. Don't even have to put any money in. Join the contest. If you win the contest, you actually win tradable funds that you can keep the profits from. And it helps you get used to the platform, get you comfortable with it without putting any risk in. Just remember, never put in more than you're willing to lose if you are new to trading, especially. All right, so looking at this, I was looking at this as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get us down to this range. This kind of invalidated the smaller count here, but we drew this in my last video. What was that, Monday? That we could get up to this range. If we put it on the daily chart, we actually nailed that, like, dead on right here. Does look like we have possibly topped out there. Our next line of supports down here at this 25.9, 26,000 range. And let me widen these up so you can see what I'm looking at here. Right there. And this being the bottom. This could be just a broadening wedge here, right? And once this bottom breaks, we take a measured move from the top to the bottom to wherever it may break, right? Once that breaks, then we look for these lower targets. So this could be as low as, these would be the areas you'd look for a bounce. There's always going to be bounce. So that'd get you down to around 23,000. Then you probably bounce back up for a retest of the bottom here around that 25.9, whatever, the area we break to break through, right? And then you come back down, possibly to the 20,000, 21,000 range, maybe get another bounce there because this will be a major support line. Who knows? Maybe go up, retest the 200 EMA again, as high as 26,000 before coming down. But we'll be keeping up on it. Make sure you smash the likes, leave your comments down below. Also, there was something else I was going to say. Oh, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tick them notification bells. They will get you notified when I post new videos. So this is what I'm looking for here soon. I think there's a good chance we did top out here, right? We'll know in the near future, right, how this plays out. But nothing so far, nothing but lower highs, lower lows right here. It does seem like the trend is reversing, coming to the downside. That was pretty much about it, other than I will show you that every time there is a bubble pop, I'm going to go over some overextended charts in tomorrow's video. So make sure you're tuned in for that. I'm going to show you, how these almost always play out the same when they're overhyped and they come back down to where the hype began. I think we're seeing a lot of that in AI. So just be cautious out there, guys. I'm not trying to give you doom and gloom. I'm trying to show you what could be the biggest opportunity of a lifetime, because as you can see here, once they pop, it takes years and years and years to really get back up. So if you can catch the bottom down in here, you could have years of upside. I don't think it's going to go to new all-time highs in the next year or two like a lot of people are talking about. Although if the traditional markets pump out of nowhere, maybe we can see that. But remember, here's where we had our false bottom right here on Amazon when we broke that weekly trend line, just like we did here, only to come all the way back down and make a lower low. So that's what I'm still looking for. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash the likes, share the video if you would, if you enjoyed the content. And I'll see you tonight in the Discord if you guys join. If not, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.